my network is good, then I will wind up. Otherwise, you wind up, and
Okay,
then
I'll do
request the
that. I'll do.
participant
I'll do
to
that.
come in, time tomorrow again for the class. Nah?
Yeah. I'll do that. I'll do that.
So how do you, while waiting, I think we still have about, oh, it's almost time.
Yeah.
But I can see 50, 57, right?
57. Yeah.
Within the, as usual, our students always take time to come to the class, so
It's okay.
it's like a classroom. They're taking their own time.
Yeah.
Pigs, everything is on his farm. So I wanted him to promote some vegetable. So
Okay,
I'm
that's so
giving,
nice.
some seeds, and
Uh-huh.
I want him to kind of increase his acreage on vegetable,
Okay.
and
Okay.
then kind of adopt him like as a vegetable farm, no, for us. We have
Yeah.
this
That's.
ACRP project, no,
Uh-huh.
all India coordinated, a
Research
research
project.
project on vegetable.
Uh-huh.
So I'm adopting some villages. So some 2-3 villages decide, and now
Yeah.
this particular boy, he seems to be very interested in farming. So I thought, I should encourage him. So I'm just going to his farm today.
Okay. Okay. And this is near Dimapur.
Yeah, it
Okay.
seems it will take about 1.5 hour. 1 hour, actually 1 hour, but then the road condition is bad, so it may
Okay.
take 1.5 hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So was he with you in the Delhi trip?
Yeah, very much.
And he was
Vito,
there.
Vito, you know him?
I know when I was presenting in your college, he also came and shared his experience. That guy, no?
Ah, exactly. That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah,
Yes.
when you told piggery and all, I could
Yes.
visualize.
He has everything in his farm. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
he's the one.
And the
I'm going to
filmmaker.
his farm. Yeah, he's a filmmaker. So, okay, I
I think we
think
can start.
let the latecomers come later, but we will start because it's time now.
Uh-huh.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this one of its kind class, a webinar class on virtual activity-based learning. And we are very fortunate again to have Farmer Samir Bordoloy with us as the one who's going to teach us for 3 days at a stretch, and it's going to be 1 hour session every day. And as the topic rightly said, it's going to be a virtual activity-based class learning. And I think he's one of the best person for such kind of activity-based learning. So many of you have already heard him, many of you have seen him, but just in case there are some students who are coming and joining for the first time, for the benefit of those students, I would just like to tell that Samir, he's not called just Samir, but the farmer Samir Bordoloy. He has won a lot of awards, and especially a prestigious Ashoka International Fellowship, and he's an Ashoka Fellow. And he's also been conferred 4 national awards: Pragati Purashkar in 2016, Best Agripreneur of the Country Award in 2017, Krishak Ratna Award in 2018, and also IARI Most Innovative Farmer of the Country Award in 2019. And I think a lot more coming on his way. He is presently, he's a social entrepreneur, and he's running an NGO called Spread NE, which stands for Society for Promotion of Rural Economy and Agriculture Development Northeast. I think he's one person who is like all about local. And I think one person who can be the real ambassador of Northeast. And I'm very glad to have come across him, a real farmer, a real grassroots worker. So I think to learn about practicalities of things, I think he's one of the best person that we can have in our Northeast. And I'm so glad that he has given his time, and he's always there for the youth and our students in particular. It has been benefited a lot through your interaction. And now today for this 3 session, I'm sure they're going to learn a lot, and it's going to be an activity based, which Samir will be giving you some things to do back as a homework and assignment, and then which we will be having another program with him in August as soon as we are back to the campus. And so we hope that things work out, and then we'll be able to come back to the campus and be able to take forward this program, and then make our students really, really practical oriented, a farmer and a tomorrow an agripreneur. So with this hope and with this introduction, I give all the time to Samir. And even if there is an interruption on my side, I've requested him. He will take care of the whole session. Thank you, Samir, and time is yours.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. So, thank you, Dr. Akali, for making this platform again. This is something which is even for me new, because I'm more acquainted with working in the farm and making people learn by practical works. But now we are in front of the computer, and I'll try to give whatever I'm doing is I'm sharing my experience as an agripreneur, how we are doing it, how we can go forward, and how we can look at how we develop our agripreneurship based on our local resources. So this 3 days which we plan, actually your ma'am is very much interested in giving you some practical based learning, where she is looking at how she does something different for you, and you're so lucky to have a madam like that. So when she came to my food forest at Sonapur and we were moving around in the food forest, then we were discussing how we do some practical things. My Green Commando concept is something where lots of youths are coming in, and many of you were interested. So we were planning how we can do it in your campus. So actually, this whole thing we planned we will do it in your campus, but because of the pandemic, we are stuck up, and now we are into this virtual activity-based learning. I think this is first time we are doing in the Northeast, where we are trying to give you some experiences through the internet, and we will look at how you implement it at home. So whatever I'm going to tell you are very simple things, which will be interesting. I feel it will be interesting, and we will learn from the community, because I think after this you are going home or you're staying at home. You can be with your locality, and at home, rather than getting bored, it will be nice that you are engaged in growing your own food, which is I think the vehicle for us for the future. Can I start the PowerPoint? Yeah. Okay. So as I'm not operating, so I'll tell you next. Then you can change the slides. Okay. So today what we are starting with is I thought we will do an introductory part where we will look at social agripreneurship based on the local food wisdom. So when I talk about social agripreneurship, it is all the agricultural students. We have got a very beautiful scheme called the Agri Clinic and Agri Business Center. So ACABC scheme is there, where after you pass out, you can be an agripreneur, and there is support for you. For Northeast, we have 44% subsidy also. Plus another advantage for us is that we have so many very good-hearted farmers in our localities and in our community. So you can be the vehicle, you can be the bridge between the farmers and the market. And you can be a person who can provide both backward and forward linkages. Backward linkages in terms of technology, in terms of how you guide the farmers, how you do a market research, and you develop a model, a package, which you take to the farmers. They do it, and in a social enterprise. What is social enterprise? I will be coming later on, and we can develop a business where we go ahead together with all our farmers. When I use the term social agripreneur, so social agripreneur is a person who is more thinking about the society and the well-being. Profit is something which is come later. It will be there. It's a business model. It has to be profitable. But here in social agripreneurship, our whole concentration is not on how to make profit. It is not like a entrepreneur who will be only thinking about making profit, but it is more about how we think about our environment, how we think about our very small tribal local farmers, how we think about our whole biodiversity we have. They are all stakeholders in this. And then we take care of them and we create an innovative model. It's about innovation. How we create an innovative model and we take it to the market. That is, today I'll be discussing some ways how we are doing and how we can be very easily success. Uh, Another thing, what I want to point out is because we are not born businessmen in Northeast. Even I am born to a family. I am born to a family where everybody is a government servant. So it's very difficult. Last time also when we were doing the webinar, we were talking about parents' acceptance, community's acceptance as a agripreneur or a businessman. So we are not businessmen. So we don't have the risk bearing capacity. Business needs some risk bearing capacity. Every time after this, whenever I do some classes or seminars, or after that webinar also, I got some questions where people were asking me, so we will do it, where is the market? So first we look at the market. We don't want to take risk. Okay, if it is everything is fine, then I'm going to do that. But now it's time where we have to take calculated risk, and that calculated risk we can take care. We cannot take by myself, because my risk bearing capacity is small, but I can combine with for example Akali madam, for example you all. We can make a group, and then we can increase our risk bearing capacity and we can take risk. And when we are in a group, then what happens is the planning, the implementation, everything goes right, and we have got uh, our courage increases, and we increase the risk bearing capacity. So what I feel is the base model for the people of Northeast, for the youths of Northeast, is a social enterprise and social entrepreneurship. And when I talk about social entrepreneurship, we have to depend on the local strength, which gives us a market identity and which makes us different from others. So the local food wisdom. And this situation post COVID, the situation is so now good for us. I look at lots of opportunities, because now people will be thinking about what is good food. And when you think about good food, then it is our local food. I have been telling you many times that local food are Madam was also telling me I'm only local, because I see business in local. I see business in local. So that is something which can establish us, which can make us different. But if I take a commodity like wheat or something which is grown by everybody, example, a very hybrid tomato, hybrid variety of tomato, I bring to my farm and I'm growing it. Punjab farmers are growing more, Bengal farmers are growing more, even the lower Assam farmers are growing more. So we have to compete. There is competition. But if I grow tree tomato, today morning only I got some pictures on my of my food forest where the person who is staying there sent me the flowers of tree tomato being flowering now. So it is something very like it's a happiness, local thing. And now even if I post the flowers of tree tomato, whole of India, they will be thinking about what is this tree? What is that? They're curious. When I say that there is tree tomato and that is called Tamarillo, it's very native to Nagaland, it's very native to Northeast. So already the demand is created. Humko kab milega? When I'm going to get it? So this whole local food wisdom, all the things which we have in the local food, they can give us a very good scope to develop our entrepreneurship. So now today we will see some of our strength, and then we will design some exercise to record the local biodiversity. We will try to make a biodiversity register, and we'll try to record the local food wisdom. For example, if I am talking about akuni, so when you say your akuni is very tasty, but you look at the what are the ingredients used to make it. So all ingredients are agricultural produced. So everywhere we can develop our farm, we can develop like soybean to everything. So soybean to everything, we can grow it and we can develop our business there. And also the whole the product, the last product can be also something which is marketable product. Can you change the slide? Is he there? Okay.
Lawrence?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Lawrence,
please change
can
the slide. Whenever Samir say give a signal, please change the slide at the earliest. Yeah.
okay. I think it's not happening.
Some Lawrence, what's wrong?
Maybe it's
Hello,
because of the
Lawrence.
network. Yes, ma'am.
Network problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other slide which I put is there was a quote where it says that food is the future medicine, and through ecological and natural farming practices, we farmers can become the healers, and we can be somebody who can give good food to the whole humanity. So when we call, like for example, medicines, they cure the sick people, but food is something which takes care of the health. So healthcare is taken care by food. So when we get sick, then only the medicines come into picture. So now we have so much of local nutraceutical or medicinal herbs and food items. So what we can do is we can build our entrepreneurship in every aspect of that, just from growing a herb or processing it or marketing it. Everything can be done with that. Uh, Lawrence, the slide is not working.
It's working, sir.
Okay, but it's not coming to my screen.
Lawrence, we can't see the change of slide.
Sir, why don't you share it from your lab then, sir? I think that would be much better.
How do I do that?
Sir, you can just tap in the share button.
Okay.
But Lawrence, in the meantime, you also try now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So after share, what I have to do?
You have to go to your PowerPoint that folder.
Okay. Is it coming? I think it's not coming, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll share it again then.
No, we can't see.
Yeah.
Is this yours or?
This is mine, but the first
Okay,
slide.
then
This is the
we
first
can
slide.
see.
This is the first slide.
Yeah, then you can try changing.
I think he has to go for the slide, so he has opened the PowerPoint. Lawrence?
Can you,
Can you see?
Samir, can you try changing the
I'm
next
trying.
slide?
I'm trying it, but it's not happening. It's not happening.
So I've given you the control.
You're giving me the control?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. So okay. I think we should continue, right?
Yeah, Lawrence,
This one.
what
Hello.
happened?
Hello. Hi, Lawrence.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm trying. Now it's you are doing or I'm doing?
So you
I'm
you have
doing.
the control, yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So what we have to look at is I put it like this. Nutrition is the only remedy that can bring full recovery and can be used with any treatment. Any treatment, whatever we call about, it's nutrition, and food is the future medicine. That's what I was talking about. Wherever we are born, God has given us some local food. God has given us some food. And these are the food which we have to think about. We have to take care of. And we have to think about how we grow it and how we take it to the market. So this is the platform where we have to look at, okay, this is the scope where we can go and we can make our own identity in the market. We must understand the food conspiracy. I've been talking it for a long time, where we have to look at that when we come out. When I talk about the local food wisdom, which I am talking at today, it's about that how the local food wisdom is killed, the local food is removed to make some corporate food come into our plate. So we have to look at, okay, so much of maize is available in Nagaland, so much of local crops are available in Nagaland, but what comes in the policies, what comes in the all kind of technologies is something where the corporates can sail from seed to the fields. So we have to know the conspiracy behind the food, where it is corporatization of the food, because nobody wants to sleep without food. So as a farmer or an agripreneur, we have to realize that, okay, this is not our strength. Growing a GMO crop is not our strength. It is more expensive. It is against our work culture. It is more hard labor. It is like we have to be dependent on high cost inputs, from seeds to fertilizers to chemicals to everything. So now the maize condition, we know the all maize attack, which has been the insect attack in maize happening in all kind of Monsanto maize, which has been promoted in the northeast. Every day I get phone call from Meghalaya and even Nagaland farmers saying that Monsanto maize is affecting our crop.
No. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I've given him the control of my PC. So he's,
I think, yeah,
Your PPT, no?
yeah, my PPT. Okay,
Lawrence?
it's not there.
Lawrence?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please see what's.
Yeah, now it's coming. Okay. So when I talk about the food conspiracy, this is about how the local chicken has been transformed to broilers, broilers, and all genetically modified chickens too. Again, up to the broiler also, there are the local farmers were having some part to play. But when it comes to like corporate food like the KFC, so there is no role of the local farmers to play. It will be like all frozen food coming from big industrial farms. So there is the conspiracy, where this food conspiracy slowly removes the small marginal and the tribal farmers from the picture. So we have to look at how we develop with the local ones. Okay. Next, I think the control has again gone to you, Lawrence,
No, so it's with you.
but it's not happening.
No, you have to use your mouse. Mouse. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
No, not happening. Yeah. Okay. So what is important? Yeah, it's going now automatically here. Okay. So this is also with the vegetable crops like the mustard leaf to cabbage to broccolis to celeries to lettuce, all this thing which makes us dependent on more inputs. And when we talk about growing, when we shift from the local food wisdom to something which is not local, so the cost of cultivation goes high. Even our work culture is also something different, where we talk about also destroying the happiness index of the people. If our people are very they're enjoying growing mustard leaf, and they are okay with growing tree tomatoes to all the local crops from color to everything, but when we introduce something hybrid, suppose rajma or hybrid soybean, then we also give them a package of practice, or we change the traditional way of farming that our farmers who are in very high state of happiness index don't enjoy. So I think this is the food conspiracy which we have to understand when we talk about developing the food. And when I talk about, I think the early one, yeah. So this is from the Bible, which is where it is written, "Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the surface of the earth, and every tree which is fruit yielding seed, it shall be food for you." So we have to stick to that. We don't have to go for too much of hybrids and GMOs. And we have to think how we can make our local food into healthy, healing food, where as an agripreneur, we sustain and we have got the monopoly, because whole Northeast, whole Nagaland is green, and you are the powerhouse of all the biodiversity we have in the villages. So what is important is keeping our own seed. That is our freedom. As a farmer, if I lose my seeds and if I have to buy seeds every time from the market, so I lose my freedom. Keeping seeds means how I conserve it and I grow my next season crop from my own seed. If I'm a rice farmer, I have to keep my own rice seed for the next season. If I'm a maize farmer, I have to keep my own maize seed for the next season. So keeping our seed is our freedom, and if we lose the seeds, we lose our freedom. Some potentialities where we talk about social agripreneurship based on the local food wisdom, I see a very great potentiality in the cooler, because most of the Indian people in the mainland, they like rajma and everything, but the taste of cooler, the boiled tea, everything is such suited for the wellness food product, which is coming up very high in the market now. Is something which can be a vehicle where you can uh, be the agripreneur who can develop technology how to grow cooler through organic farming, through certified organic, or might be natural farming or ecological farming. Like we do in our case, we do ecological farming. So you can develop your farmers to grow that. You can give them the technology how to grow it. Then you make it into a product, you aggregate it, market it. In agribusiness now, the best process is aggregator and the marketing. So you can be the bridge, farmers, the market. You as an agricultural graduate, you as an educated youth, you can understand the size of the market. You can think about where the market might be. You can create the market. One color picture in your Facebook account or social media account or Instagram account. And about the color, the dishes and qualities, if you write, you see people will be giving you inquiry where we get this, how we get this. We have to think about how we make it into a product, how we make it into a branded product, and we take it out to the market. And I know this has got the potentiality to compete. You see the Rajma market. Rajma market share is too much high. It's a protein for the all the vegan. So here, God has given you such a beautiful crop. So this is something where we can think about how we develop our agripreneurship. We don't need any kind of bank loans or any kind of money for this. What we need is you can be a green commando. You can get training on ecological farming practices, which you will do in your college. Then you go to the village where cooler is grown. You can map it, and you can make the farmers do that, arrange them, help them, aggregate them. When they're producing, you go out, you search for the market, you explore the market, and you advertise it. You take some cooler, go to the 5 stars, go to the restaurant, give them tasters. Okay, this is from Nagaland. This is a brand which we are developing. People will start demanding for that. When you create the demand, aggregate the product of the farmers, make it into a brand, whatever you name it, and you take it to the market. This is the role which we, the agricultural graduates, has to play as an agripreneur, as a social agripreneur, where we think about. And when we sell the cooler, when I talk about social agripreneurship, I told you it's not profit. It's not like you, okay, so I went to Bangalore and I did a taster, like in a restaurant. I gave all people to taste how cooler is tasty, and then I created demand, and I was getting 200 rupees a kg. They have ordered me for 200 kg, but in my mind I'm thinking, okay, the villages, the farmers, so they will not the farmers will be not questioning me how much they don't know the price. So I will give 50 rupees to the farmers and retain 150. That is not a social agripreneur. Social agripreneur is somebody who takes 50 rupees and give 150 rupees to the farmer, because that is your production base. Your farmer will flourish, then you will flourish. You can go on increasing your number of farmers with the market demand. It has to be very market led. You have to analyze the market, and then you think about, okay, how we take it to the market. Like the color, you have rice beans, sesame, the black sesame or the brown sesame. We have soybean. Akuni is something which is made. So all these things, they give us huge amount of potentiality in the market to be leaders. So you can be very, very small initiatives. You don't think, okay, I cannot do, okay. You can have 10 farmers and you are producing 100 numbers of packets of some local food through the internet, through developing app, through already other entrepreneurs or other agripreneurs of the Northeast have developed app. Just tying up with them, tying up with the market. You can be a part of that. You can make small turmeric powder. You can make ginger powder. You can make Centella acetica powder. You can make ginger candies. Many things are there. All local things, the same and everything, which can give us lots of potentialities to take it to the market, and we can develop that. I just put this picture about Naga chili to show you so much of high scope of developing social agripreneurship is there in this crop. Uh, from dry chili, even this year I have been, this year lots of people from outside are asking me where to get the dry chili, where to get the dry chili. The price is also good. But the thing is that we don't have that amount of sustained production where we can supply the market. So lots of you can become social agripreneurs based on this one very beautiful crop called the Naga chili. I'll show you the next slide where you will see seeds. Seeds can be marketed. The planting material. I'll give you an example of a guy who is based in Assam in Sibsagar. His nursery is called Jerenga Nursery, and his nursery is only making king chili seedlings, and he's earning in lakhs. Lots of people give him order, and he earns in lakhs. So this king chili. See, if you see the previous slide, I think again it's okay. So that packet was somebody who is marketing this king chili seeds in UK. From UK, people are marketing, but we don't find any Naga youth or Naga entrepreneur who has thought about, okay, we can have uh, uh, we can have king chili marketing or king chili seed marketing. So we can make seed villages. We can grow like places like shade loving areas. The seed production is very nice. So in the jungle, in the creating food forest, we can create food forest where we can incorporate king chilies, and we can produce seeds and make it into a very innovative packet. Packet also, we don't need plastics. We can be making with bamboo, or lots of things like the arecanut fallen leaf. We can make packets out of that, innovative packets, and we can sell it through the internet, sell it through fair trade, sell it through other entrepreneurs who have come up in this whole agripreneurship business. So we can think about how we go with that. So the social entrepreneur I talked about, that is somebody who takes up a pressing social problem. Social problem now is market linkage to the farmers, our local crops being going out, or they're fading out, extinction. So there are lots of social issues. So you take up social issues, and out of that you build up an entrepreneurship where you take the local food wisdom together up to the market. So that is a social entrepreneur, where you are not only looking at business, you are looking at also the development of the society together. And there are lots of advantages which I'll come later. uh, I think again it is stuck up, Lawrence. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to build on our strength. And the best thing is another way how we can develop our social agripreneurship with the local food system is a program. I'm giving you the example of our program, which is called Farm Connect, where we can go to the people and ask them to adopt a farmer for your food. What you are looking at is a Karpi young, a guy from Difu. We are working in a village where we have created a model village, and this guy gives a bamboo basket full up with local food products in 40 households of Guwahati city. He is sustaining another 15 farmers with them doing this. So they have now created food forest in the villages, in their villages, and they're growing those. All are local crops. Earlier they used to collect it. Initial stage when we started it, it was very difficult to sustain because once collected and we delivered, it was over. But now they have understood, okay, there is demand for these local crops, and this baskets, they call it nutrition ka tokri. And this basket gives them 350 rupees, which 50 rupees this guy and his team retains, the Green Commandos, and 300 rupees they gave it to the farmers. Farmers don't accept, they were not expecting this much of money, 300 rupees for a bunch of local herbs and local food products. So this is something which we have to look at, how we make consumer connect to the farmer. So as a social agripreneur, you can be the bridge. You are connecting the consumer and the farmer, and in between you are having a percentage for yourself where you sustain yourself, and you grow as an agripreneur. So this is the breeze, the farmer and the consumers. So you can breeze. Look, exploring the local market. If you look at Kohima also, so many households, Dimapur, so many households. Now everybody wants good food. So we as an agripreneur can be, and there are people in Tanning, people in Old Test, and people in many remote part of Nagaland, Kifre, everywhere farmers are asking, ki, sir, we grow it, but we don't get the market. So we can be the persons who can be the middleman, and the middleman is also a technological person who can guide them, who can arrange them to a social enterprise and bring the product to the consumers. For this, what we need is also we have to explore the local market, and also we have to look at how we do our research on this. It's not only working with the farmer as a social entrepreneur. You have to work, you have to create a consumer base also. You have to do survey. You can carry out survey. Who are the people who wants to eat like this? Our farmers in this remote areas are growing this kind of food, which is good for your health. How much of you conduct survey? You can do webinars. You can do surveys. Like for example, uh, in Guwahati city, on 3rd of June, we are doing a webinar only for the consumers of the flats, where we are talking about post-COVID, how to be healthy, what are the good food. So we will be promoting the local food. So we can use the internet, we can use this kind of media to promote it. So we have to look at how we explore the local market. It's very big. Initially, we cannot even sustain the Kohima whole population if we think about okay, the conscious, when I take 40% of that, the conscious population who will come to you and ask, okay, I'm going to buy directly from the farmers through you. So those 40% also is a big business. So we have to look at how we explore the local market. And once we do the local market, then we get prepared for the future exports and future surplus selling. Initially, we don't think about, okay, sir, I'm growing Rosella, where to sell it? No, first we have to think about, I'm growing Rosella and I'm making 50 household in Kohima learn about how to drink 2 cups of Rosella to keep them fit. It's a slimming tea. So there are all ladies, all people who are getting obesity. They're concerned about their whole own health. So they are the consumers. But what you have to need, what you have to do is, you have to go to a hotel, you have to do a festival where you give them taster of Rosella tea. They drink it, they like it, they buy from you. So we have to explore the local market, and then we think about how we go ahead. This is, I think, yeah. So that paper was about the Farm Connect, how we do it. This is about the Farm Connect, where this is our initiative which we take in, and we are taking it. We have started it in Guwahati, where when you do something, you have to give it clear picture. Like, what is your soap? It's a natural soap. How? What is your vision? And who are you? Like this is done by the Green Commandos. So who are the Green Commandos? Where from the Farm Connect food items come? So about the story of your farmers. So we give it clear picture to the consumers. So then, are the products available in the Farm Connect certified organic? People will ask you whether it is certified. So make it clear, no, this is natural. For us, it is natural. We give you the story. There are too much of buyers who will not look at whether it is a certified or not if they're convinced with the story. So story sells, the product doesn't sell. So it is very important that when we go for this, when we explore the local market, I'm giving you this example because we have to be prepared, and we go full prepared and show them, okay, these are the people we are sustaining. Even if you look down, it is also written the sharing model. How much of like how we fix our price, we connect you directly to the farmers, we reduce their cost of cultivation by training them on zero budget ecological farming practices. That we are making it clear to the consumers that we are making farmers to grow in zero budget, so their profit is increasing. We add 15% of the farmers price per kg for the sustenance of our green commandos who are local social agripreneurs. So 15% is going to the green commandos. The consumer also knows that. We add 15% for the transportation, packaging, logistic and maintenance. And at the store, 5% for the organization. So everything is transparent. So whatever we do in social agripreneurship is to be transparent, so that the buyer who is buying, he's buying for a cause, because he knows that I have adopted the social agripreneur to buy my food, to connect me to a farmer whom I can help. He wants to help the local farmer. That's why he is buying. That is called fair trade. Lots of Western countries, Western buyers now wants to buy directly from the farmers because they want to help the farmers. So here it's a two-way process, because when you do this, then you can make the farmers field also develop. Like for example, in fair trade, there is a rule where if I buy directly from the farmer, so the farmer has also to assure that he is sending his kids to school, he has got sanitation properly, he has got proper sanitation, he has got good drinking water, his farm is totally organic or natural. So whatever development we want in the farmer's side also, that comes with the market. So that's a market-led development, because he has to do it, because he knows, the farmer also knows, I am into the Farm Connect, but I have to assure that my kids are studying, I send them to school, my sanitation system is good, my drinking water is good, everything is good, then only my buyer is going to buy from me in fair trade. So that is something which we can make. So we have to make the consumers very clear about what we do. Okay, we have to start. This is something where we have to look at small. I don't know why this goes back. uh, so we have to think about how we start some supermarket. farmers' produce will not get importance if they sell how they sell in the supermarket in Dimapur. Just it's raining or dirty, they're putting a mat and they're putting their things there. So we are not going to get any kind of regards as farmer if our marketing place is not good. So it has to be very beautiful. It might be a bamboo, it might be of a very beautiful outlet. So you are the people who can create this small farmer supermarket where you don't have to invest money, but you what you can do is you don't have to buy things from the farmers and buy it, but you can give a space to the farmers where you ask them, okay, come and sell in my supermarket, and you for that you give me 5%. So you charge a in between you charge something for the service you provide, but we have to upgrade the farmers market. This is where we as an agripreneur can play a very good role. Micro processing enterprise, food processing is something where we can come into the picture. Like in our remote villages in Nagaland, you cannot think about bringing agricultural produce even from that village to Kohima or that village to Dimapur. There you have to think about how we can make it into processed product, how we can make it into a small process. Ideas will be lots, which we can see later also when we talk in the college. Um, for example, the Rosella, for example, the dry leaf, for example, Centellia asiatica, for example, kiwi jam, for example, kiwi wine. So many things can come up which we can start into small processing units. And this processing unit doesn't need key, okay, as an agripreneur you have to go and you have to take a loan and you have to start something which is which needs money. But what you can do is you can bring in 50 very experienced ladies from the community who are very experienced in making a pickle. Ask them or just record their how they do it, standardize their package, and every household is producing 5 kg. When you standardize the package, the quality and the whole outcome is same. Bring it to one collection center, make a packing, make a beautiful packing. You are well educated to go for all the safety and every measure from the FPOs to the FSSAI, whatever you want. You register it and you take it, make it a brand, and then you take it to the market. So your 100 women will be working for you. They are the production base. You are the bridge where you will advertise them in the Kohima or Dimapur city or Guwahati city or Delhi city, and you will link the market. That is the role. And when you do it, you are also giving them the backward linkage if they need like when you start doing this, then you will see the bank is coming, the schemes are coming, the NABARD is coming, everybody is coming to support you. So the support system will follow when they look at okay, there are some action happening. So this small micro scale food processing unit is a very good scope where we can come into the picture as social agripreneurs, where we can process the local food and take it to the market. This is which we created, like the Rosella into something market, Sip and Slim. We just name it Sip and Slim, and it was now it sells in a very high value, 3,500 rupees, 50 grams, 150 rupees. But it's not that we have a big market. It's like we have created market. We have 100 household. We have some hotels in Guwahati who can sustain at least 50, 60 farmers are working with us. Now when you give it to the hotels, now the demand goes in because more people get taste and they demand, so we can go on gradually. So when you develop the farmers, you have to look at the market size. It has to be market led extension. So depending on your market survey, you develop the farmer base. You don't have to go and buy a big land and become a farmer. You just survey the market, and you know ki Kohima market needs this much of ginger flower. So you can adopt, okay, this much of ginger flower can be harvested from 100 farmers with 1 acre of land. So you go back to the village and adopt 100 farmers with 1 acre of land, ask them to produce ginger flower and bring it to the market, sell it, give the farmer good price, retain a margin for you, sustain yourself, and you will have so much of respect, because we don't need only money. We need respect and regard in life. And the farmers will be with you, and farmers will give you so much of blessings that will take you on in life. You can face any challenges in life, right? So we can make simple our local things into this kind of products. Another scope which I see is farm product transportation services. Why I'm telling this is from my experience. when I was working in Perim district, and I was stationed in a village called Old Tessin. So I was staying in the community hall doing a 3 days program there. I could see the village women who does so much of hard labor. They will come with their squashes. They sell lots of squashes. They come with the squashes. They travel so long. In the morning around 3 a.m. they get they all assemble near this bazaar in Old Tessin, and there one guy will become, I remember the name of, there's a Nepali guy, I forgot the name. He has got a DI. He has got a DI truck, mini truck. He comes with the DI truck and he takes the vegetables and he will put the women group, women also, like they're dumped in like materials, and they will go to the supermarket, and the charge of the vehicle is too much. Many times if the women don't go to the market, this guy purchases in a very low cost, 3 rupees, 4 rupees, and he sells it in a very high cost in the Dimapur market. So as an agripreneur, there I see this gap where you can make beautiful marketing vans. You can make beautiful marketing vans. And for this, I think under the Agri Clinic and Agri Business Center scheme, you can get lots of support, which the bank also will come forward. Lots of organizations will come forward when we start this. You can help this. Another thing is like, if you look at, there are lots of bikers which we tried there in the villages. You can also involve lots of youths in this. Your friends who are very capable, they like to drive the motorbikes, so they travel there. So every biker can carry one woman with their vegetables and bring them to the market area, and there for that they can charge something from the women group also. So there are lots of ways, there are lots of innovations which we can create, and there are gaps which our farmers need. That is their need. So we have to think about how we do this. Now I know there's a ropeway being made in Perim district by NERLP for transferring those vegetables and all. These are technologies. I don't know how much it will be successful. But what we need is, our farmers needs continuous push by our own local youths. So you have to become the social agripreneurs and you have to push them to go on. So rather than putting a ropeways, I think this kind of mobile transportation services laid by the agripreneurs. This can be something where you can make an agri clinic also, where you go, you do soil testing ban. You can do plant disease analysis. You can give them the backward linkage also, the consultancy service also. So while coming back, you can pick up the vegetables also. This kind of innovations can be very good when we talk about social entrepreneurship. So if we want to start something, it is very important that we create a model. Why people will uh, believe on us. So it's very important that when you go back home, now it's your time to how you make your own homestead into a very beautiful model. For that, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we'll be learning about how to take care of the soil and how to establish a homestead garden. And we create a model with the local food. Then we give it to the community. We just advocate it to the community, and then we link it to the market by creating a social enterprise. So it's very important that you create your own model, create model villages, your community, your locality. Start is you. I started my farm. Now I have so many farmers working with me in my model. So you start your farm, you start your small homestead garden, you start your small vertical garden, whatever it is, you start your composting site, you start your bamboo biochar production, and then you give it to the community. That is social enterprise which you can create. So it's very important that first we create our model. So what we'll do is, next 2 days we'll be learning about that. And in August, when your college reopens, we'll have a camp there where we'll learn to do this. And after that, the interested people who wants to be agripreneurs, social agripreneurs, can go back and they can develop their homestead and their village into model villages where we will work together to take them into the market. So first step, on valuing our local food wisdom, we want to do some activity, because this is a virtual activity based learning program which we are designing. So what I want to do, ask you to do, or I need help from you to develop a very good food forest in your college, and also develop it in the different villages afterwards. we have to do this, some kind of assignment I'm giving you is to identify the local crops available in your locality. So you just make a biodiversity register. So biodiversity register, you don't have to go, you can Google also how to make it, but don't go too much of deep. Just identify the local indigenous crop, take the local name and try to make out the scientific name, description. You ask the local people about how it grows, how much height, how are the leaves, when it flowers, the season, everything. So you take the description of that. Growing season is important when it is grown, and you record it. Then you how many years you have found this crop in your locality. Is it something which come from other place of Nagaland, or it is native to that that village? You just record that. And photographs are important. You all have a mobile phone, so you can click your pictures, and when you come back to the college, you can come out to it. It might be one crop, it might be five crop, it might be 100 crops. It depends on your interest. We are not forcing you. You with your interest, just identify local crops of your locality, make a biodiversity register of that, about the informations you collect. Another thing which I want you to do is learn from the elders, because every time we go to the Google, but most of our knowledge lies in our traditional practices which can be given by the elders. I have developed more than 50 technologies of doing ecological farming in the hills. I haven't learned much from the Google and the books. I have learned more from the farmers. And more importantly, I have learned more from the farmers of the Nagaland, because I have spent more time working with the farmers of Nagaland in the hills. So learn from them. And also, what you want to there are some special properties attached to every crop. Try to record that. Somebody will say, okay, this herb so we eat it when we are having an stomach ache. This is very good for this. So there are some special properties. Oh, this crop has got some oil in its roots. So those kind of special properties which you can record about the local crops. Go to the kitchen, enjoy having good food, but also record the recipe. You know the local crops which you have been registering, and now look at how they're used in cooking. So the recipe, how your mother, how your grandma, how your father, how makes that beautiful food. What are the ingredients? Every ingredient is an agricultural produce. So we can think about that, how we build agripreneurship on that also. So just make a small mobile video of one recipe. How you it might be the food you like most, the local food, and you can make a small video of that, and you can bring it to your college. And after that, we can sit and we can all learn from that. This is what we want to learn from you. When you are at home, when you are doing this, make farmers aware about the importance of the local seed, how important the local seed is. Tell them that local seed is our future, our freedom. Next exercise which I want to do is let us be seed seekers. I call them seed seekers. Let us be seed seekers. Go to the farmers and ask some local seeds from them. So how we do it is how we do it is collect few local seeds from your community. Whatever seed you get, local. It's not something which he has brought from outside. Collect some local seeds from your community. Write the name of the source, the person from whom, the farmer from whom you have collected, and the collection date. You write the collection date also. I collected the seeds in this date. Collect all details about the seed and the plant. What is that kind of seed? What is that used for? What are the special properties, like we did it for the biodiversity register? Now bring the seeds and the information to the college, and these seeds and everything you bring in August when it opens, we will try to create a very beautiful biodiverse food forest in your college, working together. So these are the two things for today which we want to do as an activity. First thing is record the local crops of your place. Ask your seniors in the villages about them, learn from them, how to grow, what to grow, some special packages, everything. Record a recipe of a food, local food wisdom, and make a small video on that. Collect some seeds and collect the informations and bring it to your college. That is what we have today. Thank you very much. I know this is very boring when it is only one side listening. We cannot interact here. And even for me, it's like I was thinking, actually, I'm not accustomed to only talking. I interact. So it's becoming very, I'm also nervous. Okay. So thank you very much for the patience hearing. And I can take the questions now.
Yeah. Samir, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I hope that our students and other participants have learned a lot. And the two exercises that you have given,
Uh-huh.
we really want to take it forward. And I think this is very important, especially with regards to making a video of the food recipe that the local
Yeah.
food products.
Yeah.
So now the tourism sector is kind of changing, and so if
Uh,
people cannot come and see the places in reality or physically, then they even want to see this video being uploaded, the food recipe, the
I
local
know.
food that are grown, the products that are grown. So this is becoming the in thing, and I really wish our students can take up this activity. I request our students that take the most advantage of this exercise that has been given to you, and when we meet in August, then we hope that you'll bring a lot of information and we will be able to take things forward, and you can be a part of his Green
Yeah.
Commandos. So there was a question on this about the Green Commandos, but since time we have run short of time,
Yeah.
so in the next maybe tomorrow or the day after, you'll be able to highlight
Absolutely.
a little bit about your Green Commandos. So we want
Okay.
to request you that.
Okay.
Another very interesting question came is about the how we can make the local um, local food sufficient in our own places. And but I cannot see the questions again. If the participant, if he has deleted, or I don't know what happened, if he can repost the question, then I would like to let Samir take on this in the next maybe tomorrow or the after, because that's a very, very interesting model he has
Uh,
suggested. So I want him to repost it, because I'm not able to find out in the post again.
mhm.
There is another question. Since there is a lockdown and no
I saw
movement,
that.
biodiversity register is not feasible for students residing in town.
Okay. Okay.
So how
There
do
is
we?
some, yeah, there is something interesting. So those students who are residing in towns, what they can do is you can do it in the local recipe video. I think in cities also we go for the local food. So you can think about the local recipes. The other part of the question, which the assignment which we have, where you can record a small video. And about making the biodiversity register, okay, you can explore even in your township or your kitchen. I know lots of things we use. So that might be, you are not, the crop might not be in front of you, but you can think about and you can Google and you can write about, okay, where is the origin and how it is. So you can make some write up about, it might be a tree bean or a cooler or something which is local, and you can write up something about the local things which you think is good for you, right? You like it, and I want to make a story of rice bin, I want to make a story of cooler. So you can do that, those who are in the cities. I think you're not audible, Akali. Your mic.
There's a question. Yeah, sorry. There's a question how to start up for transport, the basics. This
uh,
answer, I'm not. I mean, this question, I'm not able to get it clearly.
Ma'am, how to start up for
How to
transport the
start up
basic?
for
Okay,
transport?
I understand, because I told that there is a scope for the transport in between, right? So
Oh,
I think when you pass out, when you complete your agriculture, now that you're studying, when you pass out agriculture, so you can go for the agri clinic and agri business center scheme, where you can get up to 20 lakhs rupees of loan with 44% subsidy, where you can make a DPR of this whole marketing part, how you make a mobile van to help farmers to transport their products. Then you can be linked to the banks and all, and you can get the support. And initially there are lots of innovations can be there, like I told you, the bikers. You can think about the bikers moving, they travel alone. I have seen they travel alone in the hills. So you can make a very beautiful social enterprise. Even when you are studying, you can start a social enterprise or a social organization where you can arrange these bikers to carry these women. Because if you go to the village and look at how our mothers in the villages come to sell, they sit in the supermarket in Dimapur, but their journey to Dimapur is so pathetic. They travel in a small truck and like whole roads are like bumpy. So you can think about innovations about transportation. So you can start with the biker movement only. You can be the one who can take a bike, bring a woman with 50 kg of her products to the city, and carry back her home. In between, you can talk to her, okay, my petrol and my sustainability, we can charge something for the transportation, because they're giving it to the middleman. They're giving more to the middlemen. So you can take a little one and give more to the farmers, and you can connect them also. This is just an idea. So lots of transportation things can come up, but yeah, that will need some finance, which can come up after you pass out and you opt for some schemes like the ACABC.
Yeah, Samir. There are a lot of questions here, but
I
I
know.
think we are running out of time. So maybe I'll request you if you could keep this in and then answer it tomorrow. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay,
There
but
is a
there was,
question for you
yeah,
here. So share an example.
that's interesting. Uh, I have learned. I just want to say to you, I have learned the whole concept of creating food forests from the farmers of Nagaland. And while I was working with them, I saw them. They were just planting king chilies. What they do is they move up the slope, and just with their spade they make a hole, and they plant the king chili plant, and they stamp with the leg and go again ahead. So for us, we were like doing all kind of beds and making king chili, and king chili was having so much of diseases like the leaf curl virus and everything. But that I learned from the farmers of tanning in Peran district. And I came back to my farm and I started doing that in the slope of my farm in the hills. We don't remove the jungle also like them only how they do it. We just dig with the spade, go up the hill, and we plant the king chili and stamp it. They grow so nicely. So this is one example where I learned from the farmers, and I learned that king chili grows best in the shade. And again, from farmers, I learned that king chili grows best in the shade of the bamboo plantation. Many even my professors told me that nothing can be grown under the bamboo canopy. But I saw farmers in the villages in Nagaland doing. They were planting king chilies in the shade of the bamboo, and they're growing very good, healthy. So I used to do that. So these technologies I have found out from the farmers. From how they make charcoal, I learned how to make bamboo biochar fertilizer. So there are lots of examples where I learned lots of things how the farmers do it. Yeah.
So Samir,
Yeah.
I think like 2, 3 questions that I'd like you to address tomorrow after the lecture. Maybe we take another 20 minutes
Okay. Okay.
to discuss about, especially one question that I was sharing with you. I'll send you by WhatsApp, and we will discuss about this model tomorrow after the class. Is that
Okay.
okay?
Okay. 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 That's okay.
Yeah. And there's another question again, but we will this question up tomorrow, because two things are there. That one is the startup. Of course, you have already shared some part for the transport, but also for the local markets in the villages, how to go ahead with that model. I think I'll just share you on WhatsApp, and you kindly share about this model, how to go about it. Tomorrow right after the lecture, maybe we give you another 15 to 20 minutes and we share this model with
Okay.
the one
Okay.
who's inquiring, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
Thank you so much,
yeah.
everyone. And,
I just want to add something. Also, Akali asked them if it is like if it is interesting for them also. Like some we can have some thoughts also. Okay, okay, is it okay? Because uh, yeah, sharing everything online is also new for me. So is it interesting? And if we need any improvement, we can do that. technically you'll be more perfect tomorrow when it comes to okay. So yeah, that was nice talking to everyone. Thank you for the patience hearing, and looking forward to work together. We have got lots of works to do. It's a big challenge, and you have your madam with you. I'm there with you, so we can build a very good social entrepreneurship in Nagaland, and we can think about how we feed the other part of the country, mainland. Mainland will be searching for very good food, and we are the storehouse. Just we have to arise and awake.
So Samir, thank you so much, and all the participants, thanks a lot. And we look forward to meeting you again tomorrow at same time tomorrow.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank you,
and have a
thank
good
you,
day.
thank you.